As I've only a short time, I'll get to the point of the matter. I fully support the reforms of the JLC system as laid out in the Duffy-Walsh review and as committed to in the programme for government. However, to go beyond the remit of that review in order to lower the wages of some pretty low-paid workers in our society, a course of action which I believe should be followed. I do feel a lot of sympathy with retailers and others who are struggling to keep afloat day after day in a tough trading environment. But there is clear economic evidence on this. One of the main reasons retailers are struggling is because there has been a total collapse in domestic demand and consumer spending. That collapse in domestic demand has been 10 times greater in Ireland than in other Eurozone countries. Many thousands have lost their jobs, and many others who have managed to hold on to gainful employment have stopped spending their money due to the uncertainty which has pervaded the society and the fall in consumer confidence. People on lower incomes tend to spend a higher share of their income than those on higher incomes. In fact, it's the people on the lowest incomes who are continuing to spend what they earn, because they can't afford the luxury of saving for a rainy day, and so therefore they spend what they have. And many of these people are covered under joint labour committees and the other systems that are there to protect them. To lower their wages will further depress domestic demand and inevitably, given the pro-cyclical nature of such a move, lead to more closures and job losses. If we are to help struggling retailers, let us focus on the swift implementation of the measures announced in the Jobs Initiative. Let us give those in gainful employment every reason to have faith in the future, so that they can once again spend their wages, and now that when they see that their livelihoods are not being threatened. Encouraging a race to the bottom is not the way to encourage such confidence, and I would hope that the Cabinet will make the right decision in this regard. One point I would like to finish up on is the question of Sunday working. And I do think that people who have to work on a Sunday should get some recompense for that. Now, there are different ways of doing it. You might do it, obviously the traditional way is to give extra time for a Sunday, but for people who have to work on a Sunday, another thing might be to spread it across the week, the extra money that they get. And the reason I would strongly argue that is that Sunday is a very special day in society. I know it's traditionally the day when people attend to their religious duties, but whether you attend to religious duties or not, it's a very important family day. It's a day where you might be involved in training a football team or involved in doing something with your children. And therefore, people that have to work on a Sunday, and I entirely accept that some people do have to work on a Sunday, but I do think they should get some allowance for that in one way or another. Thank you.